Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm recording on a very rainy Monday afternoon. So let's just sit and practice and see if anything arises to talk about at the end. See what pops into my head from the practice. So take a comfortable seat, one in which you can feel relaxed and yet alert. Taking a little bit of time to maybe build the seat so you can sit upright and feel relaxed, making sure it's quiet in your home or office, wherever you are. Taking a deep breath, and on the exhalation, letting your eyes lower or close. Everybody has a favorite. So making that choice based on what makes you feel most comfortable and able to connect with an inwardly moving awareness. So staying with a few deeper, wider breaths to begin with. Intentionally letting the inhalation really move up into the upper chest. And the exhalation will be slow and purposeful. And when the inhalation begins, see if you can notice the belly. So a relaxed belly is like a little bit like a balloon. It moves outward when we begin an inhalation, filling the belly, guiding the breath into the ribs, and then letting it move towards the upper chest, the uppermost part of our chest and lungs. And rather than sighing out, which is sometimes a nice thing to do, just let the exhalation drain out slowly, if you can, in reverse order. So upper chest, ribs, belly is the last. Squeeze out the last bit of air by drawing the belly button in and back. So not only are we taking in more breath, which is refreshing for the nervous system, this conscious awareness of moving the breath in a particular way is helpful to bring us present. We're directing the breath and we're observing as it moves purposefully. So that purpose is like an anchor. It gathers our awareness to this relationship with our breath. And just a couple more breaths in this way, deeper, wider, fuller, more pronounced and available to awareness. And then allow yourself to release all of that doing of the breath. Let it fall to its natural rhythm when you aren't intending to do anything with it. But maintain connection with its presence. You'll notice it gets a little quieter, more shallow. And so when there's less to focus on with the breath, you may notice that the mind gets a little busy. It offers up some distraction. And what I'll invite you to do for all of this time together sitting is simply notice when that arises. When your intention is to be in the moment, on the breath or the body, and the mind has another plan. So it creates some thoughts, some images. Just notice that that happens and give permission for that to be there. And then just notice the process. Notice what is possible with our awareness, that we can guide it, looking for a direct experience with the breath in this moment or sensations in the body. It's very simple relationship. What is here? How does it feel? The answer to how it feels is really not in words, but in a recognition of the experience, the direct sensation. Just sensing the position that you've taken on your seat. So the weight of the body, the support of the chair or cushion. The position of your head at the top of your spine, just noticing. Noticing the shoulders and the shoulder blades. And by noticing, maybe something relaxes a bit. And then maybe we become aware that there's a little story about what happened earlier today or may happen later. So just acknowledge that without comment or judgment or preference, really. And become aware of this process of moving awareness, focus, back into the point where sensation meets the present moment. What does it feel like right now in your lap where your hands are resting, perhaps? What might you notice about the muscles in your face? So explore with some eye for detail. There are many muscles in the face that create expression, in the jaw and the cheeks, the lips, the eyes. So we are purposefully and gently paying attention to what is already here. The sensations are already unfolding. We're just shining the light of awareness so that we notice more easily, more completely. And that's all there is to do at these moments. Nothing to fix, nothing to change, nothing to solve. Just a few moments as we sit of direct contact with the life that's before you just in this moment, these sensations in a resting body, and the busyness of our mind. They both exist in this moment. And we observe our ability to choose one over the other. So choose with gentleness, and yet a little bit of purpose and focus is involved as we look back into the body for some area where sensation feels dominant. What is really calling your awareness? Shoulders, belly. Maybe it's the soles of your feet if they're planted on the floor. If your legs are crossed, and maybe just the length of the outer thighs resting on your chair or cushion. Maybe it's the whole length of your arms from shoulders down to fingertips. Sense of letting go of what we carry. And maybe as we notice the breath, we notice it feels most predominant in the belly, the ribs, or just at the top of the upper lip as the air moves in and out of the nostrils. There's a very gentle sense of the breath. Maybe we notice on the exhalation, which is a little more passive, the mind starts to drift. Just notice that that's what's happening. That is part of what is happening as you sit. So we are developing this ability to witness and observe what is happening and just allowing it to be that way for a while. Just for this while. It's okay that thoughts arise, and it's also okay to look in a different direction, back into sensation. A direct exploration and curiosity. What does this feel like? You may notice things changing as we provide that focus. You'll see subtle changes. You may notice that your interest also ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's not that interesting to the mind what the sensation is, so a little story arises. And I'm inviting you just to notice that without attempting to really do much, but notice and notice. The doing to bring us back into the moment is really quite gentle. It's a soft preference, a turning of the awareness inward. We do have the choice to choose which thoughts get our attention. And for these moments, we're choosing experience, direct experience. And then as we prepare to transition from this meditation, we'll experience the singing bowl together. So just listen closely. Notice the sound lingers. And let your eyes open slowly. So I hope this experience kind of highlights this idea of encompassing whatever it is, that having thoughts when we sit is nothing to really worry about or to be angry with ourselves about or to measure in any way. It really is what our minds produce, and noticing it is quite a lot of mindfulness. And in that mindfulness, we do have a choice where to turn our mind, where to keep our attention. But it is a practice, as I've said before, of beginning again. Just know that this is how it goes. The dishes need to get washed again. The dog needs to go out again. So many things, mostly everything in life is that needs to get done again. So meet those things with some pleasure, some awareness of this is the nature of them, and so there's less resistance to them. Somebody shared, and I will share with you, that if we let go a little, we will have a little peace. And if we let go a lot, we will have a lot of peace. And if we let go completely, we will have complete peace. And so what peace is for each of us is unique. But probably it's one of the few things that you can't have too much of. And so I'll leave you with that for today, and probably see you all next week. Be well.